What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Emerald Amigo back with another reaction video. Man, in this one, we're going to cover a topic that's very popular in the music industry, you know, where people calling it out saying they got a lot of evils going on. There's a lot of unscrupulous things happening in the industry. A lot of morals and ethics being compromised and things like that. Things we always hear about the music game. And we have this artist. His name is D1. He's from Louisiana, New Orleans. And he has some things to say about it. And of course, you guys know this is a hip hop channel. Everything hip hop news, everything music, my music, of course. So you know, already know what this channel is all about. So we have to take a dive on this and see what he has to say. And I'm gonna respond to it and let you guys know if I agree with this fella or not. So let's play it and see what our guy D1 is talking about.
And they act like having common sense is controversial.
See, they already got the sad music going, but let's continue. I digress.
Some of the things I say is common sense, bro. Somebody told me, "Oh, you controversial. I'm about to interview you, but you a controversial dude." A lady in New York at a media outlet just told me that. I said, "What's so controversial about me saying that glorifying the murder of our people in your music, especially when you're not living that type of life? What's controversial about saying that that's not healthy for our community? Pushing dope."
So it appears that he kind of has similarities to a J. Cole, you know, bringing education on a lot of topics that affect us negatively as a community and things like that, trying to, you know, have a more conscious role in hip hop. But I definitely agree with him so far. We all know that anytime you're in this hip hop game or music game and they call you controversial, you know, that's keyword. That's automatic keyword for you not sticking to the script. You not agreeing with the elites. So you have to be controversial. You causing problems. You ruffling feathers, you know, instead of getting along to go along, you know what I mean? So he's definitely right on that. Nobody can argue that pushing murder and drug sales on the black community through the music is not a negative thing. Nobody can argue that. So he's on a good, he's off to a good start.
Our people, it's a difference between narration of the life you used to live and glorification, as if you still doing that and you still about that energy. And
there is a definite difference between narration of your past life and glorification of a life that can possibly encourage people to keep doing it. Definitely a difference. But you know, artists are finding that out for sure now that they throwing all these RICO cases on everybody, trying to use their lyrics against them and things like that. And the artists are, of course, trying to defend themselves by saying that everything was fictitious or a narration and not a glorification. But we're definitely going to start seeing a swing and more people narrating than glorifying because of these recent cases that's been put out on people and people trying to avoid it in the future. Shit, I'm making sure I narrate as well. And I suggest you do the same thing.
And I'm controversial, really. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, but I won't be tricked out of thinking that I'm doing something wrong when I know I have no hatred towards anybody. Artist you name, Ryan, any other artist, I have no hatred. But we're to the point now where evil has an excuse, and it's called entertainment.
It might be called the USA.
It might be called the the USA is definitely the coach of the evil. You know what I mean?
But I mean, yeah. Evil has always been blanketed behind entertainment. For those that don't know, for the people who engage in devil worship and things like that, it's been said several times by many people I've listened to that one of their beliefs is that if they expose what they're doing through confession, whether it be straight up telling you, through some type of entertainment, through some type of foreshadowing, whatever, if they give you a hint or let you know the things that they're doing, then it relieves the sin from them, from the evil acts that they're doing. So entertainment and the US and marketing and all that stuff has been intertwined with evil for a long time. But let's continue.
But then, like you said, they're not doing it. And you know, a lot of rappers talk about what they're doing, even though they do millionaires and living in penthouses, still talking about selling dope and all that. So I understand that. What about dudes speaking on their life? Because people are gonna get murdered, bro. Drugs is gonna get sold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people speaking on their life, speaking on their experience, is that bad in your mind? Because they're speaking on how they live.
They're speaking on how they live.
Well, that question sounds kind of irrelevant because that's the narration part that he was just speaking on. He just said that there's a difference between glorifying it and narrating your past. So as long as those people who are speaking on it are not constantly saying, go out there and do that, I'm still doing it today, I just trapped yesterday, as long as they're not constantly glorifying it, then this is not even a question. Like, it's part of their life story. Of course they have the right to tell their life story, just as long as they show more remorse in their lyrics or show a change of direction in their lyrics or in their outlook, rather than showing that they're still on the same path. So that question is kind of, I don't even know. I guess that was a filler question. It doesn't make sense why he asked it.
I mean, if they speaking on how they live, then are they trying to push you to go live the same way? Or are they trying to say, hey, I lived through this, so you won't have to live like this? That's the difference.
Exactly, that's the difference. Exactly.
With me. Like when we get to the point where we're glorifying something, it's clear when people are almost like a story that don't have an ending. So where it's like, wait, so you telling me this story, when is it gonna take a turn to tell me like, don't go that way? Yeah, but if it never takes that turn, and if we live in a system, keep in mind it's a 3-part ecosystem, Channing. It's the labels, it's the industry, it's fans, and it's artists. Without fans and artists, there is no industry. So everybody said, well, blame the labels, blame the industry, blame the industry. We have to realize that we have more power than the industry, because there is no industry without artists and without fans. So at the end of the day, when people say, man,
that's true to an extent that we have more power as artists and fans than the industry, but at the same time, like, we artists and fans aren't coming together to throw people these $1 million checks, these 500,000 checks, these $200,000 deals. You know, we're not throwing life-changing money at other people in our community to get them to live better lives or to get them to do something more productive than the selling drugs and the murder and stuff like that. So we can't really equal ourselves out power-wise to the industry until we can change lives the same way that the industry can, which is what gives them the power to continue to push so much evil, because they're giving people opportunities that they wouldn't usually come across. So therefore, people actually are even considering going against their morals and ethics and promoting things that'll kill people that look like them. But it's simply because most times it's simply because they're trying to change the lives of their families, things like that. So until we can all, you know, as a community, have a fund, a large amount of resources that we can use to push and fuel these artists, all they're gonna do is continue to rely on the industry because people gotta feed their family, man. So I see what he's trying to say there, but it's not really the same thing.
I'm just feeding my family. I'm just this entertainment, you know. I'm just feeding my family. When people say that, it's like, but at what expense? You're right. You live and work in an industry to where they're gonna pay you more to do things that are detrimental to your community. Is that money? And feeding your family of 4 or your family of 5, is that money worth poisoning the minds of millions of impressionable?
And I mean, yeah, we could say that at what cost, but at what cost did the niggas slanging cocaine get that money for his family? At what cost did the hitman get that money for his family? At what cost did the gangbangers get that money for their family? Like, they've been paying that cost way before the industry came along. Like, people gonna do what they got to do to survive. So that's not even a question either. You know, I see they're pretty much just revolving around the same facts at this point. That's not even a question either, because if they were thinking, if the cost was so important and the influence was so important to them, they wouldn't have this street shit to rap about in the first place. Therefore, they wouldn't be eligible for the deals in the first place, unless all of the labels were looking for all conscious artists. They wouldn't have, you know, a platform in the first place. So with that being said, man, yeah, that's an interesting topic, man. But I want y'all to let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all agree with the homie? Do y'all think that he is controversial for speaking on those type of topics? Do you think that the industry is all evil and we just need to abandon the industry and support each other as artists and fans? What you guys think? Let me know in the comments, man. I just thought that was something interesting to talk about, because hell, anyone pursuing a career in the music industry, myself included, man, these are the things we have to face. So we're always discussing and thinking about these topics. But it's your boy Emerald Amigo, Gringo Gang. I appreciate y'all for watching yet another video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and man, make sure y'all go bump the latest single, Not My Way. Preview coming next. You dig? We out there, B. Let go.
Tell the nigga that you cool when you really drunk, but I'm not gon' play, and it's not gon' change, cause it's not mine.
2 little freaks in the cut, they want the skin on their butt. Just finished feeding me lunch, now they both eating me up.